These my Dallas make it hurt.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's 3 o'clock on the dot on a Saturday evening, 3 o'clock Central, which means a lot of things, but in my world, it means it is time for the one and the only. Yes, sir. Let the show begin as I feel like the Undertaker right now as I come through the smoke. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Big Time Show that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak. Right now on YouTube, Facebook. Both of those, of course, are on the Big Time Show page. Being seen and heard live now. On Twitch and X, or what we used to know as Twitter, live there right now as we speak. I'm sharing right now. Hope that you guys will share immediately if you don't mind. Let me go ahead and say this starting off. I know you guys see something just a little different as far as the setup goes. Just ask that you would bear with me. We're trying to come together, new way of doing things. Hopefully, you won't be too messed up. Only thing that's so different is that you can see my face is just a little smaller. I mean, I can make it just a little bigger, but it's not concerning. Just trying to keep the comments going as well, up there as well, so you guys can see, or at least I can see. As you talk, I'll be able to see it and, of course, acknowledge those comments that I want to. I already see a few people in here that it's just like gnats. It's just like gnats. I mean, I'll get to that in a second. They already know who I'm talking about automatically. But I hope your Saturday is going quite well. I hope that you are having a great weekend so far. I ask again that you would share. As you come in, if you don't mind. Or if you're not sharing, I hope that you would hit the like button for me. Let's go ahead and start the party off right. Go ahead and hit that like button wherever you're watching me from, Facebook or YouTube. Hit that like button and smash it at least. Let's start it off right. At least 25 times. How about that? Like, if you do it 25 times, like, it ain't gonna take you no more than probably 20 seconds. That's it. About 20 seconds. So, 7 seconds actually. Just do that for me real quick, and I would appreciate it. What it does, if you don't know, it sends a message to the algorithm that something interesting is going on that specific channel, and maybe we need to put that show in front of a few other people's faces that may be looking across the world just to talk some Cowboys. That way the show grows. It's really just as simple. That don't cost you anything. It don't cost you no money. It just costs you maybe about 7 seconds of your life for just smashing this like button about 20, 25 times. So help your boy out if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Listen, there's other ways you can contribute to the podcast if you so desire. You can get the Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. That's one way you want to do it. If you don't want to do it that way, you can, if you're on Facebook, you can use those stars there. You see that there at the bottom of your screen. You can do that as well. If you're on YouTube, you can use that super chat button, which is at the bottom right of your phone. I guess most of you are watching by your phone. If you do that, then on your super chat, I will go ahead and read your comment immediately. If you do that, I appreciate it. So I think I'm doing okay. I got an indication that says I'm doing okay. Oh yeah. Oh, we look fine. Thank you. I can make my face bigger, but considering on your screen, I think I'm big enough. So we look great on there. One day I'll tell you guys about what's going on, what we're trying to do with the show, and got to make sure everything is right first. But YouTube is doing quite well for me right now. Facebook is okay, but the show is growing, and I'm very happy about it, very pleased with it. So I'm getting excited. Hello to you, those that are on Twitter. It is growing too. Listen, I need whoever it is watching from Twitter before we get started. I need you guys to comment. I believe you can, just so that I don't know if you can comment or not, but I've had instances where you can, so I don't know how you guys are watching me on Twitter or X, whatever, but if you can, put it in and your comments will be seen here as well if you can. I hope that you try that out. All right. I appreciate everybody that's here today. Let's go ahead and get this party started today. I've been with West Coast all week on the morning show. He got me on there and ain't quite used to that, and I'm very limited on how long I can do that because I'm off work. Trying to do it while I'm off, of course. So I'm sorry. And forgive my rudeness. Let me speak to everybody that's doing it. If you're gonna comment, the least I can do is say hello. All right. East Side Harold. Lord have mercy. It's time in the building going on. Joe, what's up? Kid Cowboy, what's going on? Mr. Greg, what's going on? Yes, sir. I see all of y'all. So I don't know what I mean. East Side just because see I was on earlier today with a couple of my partners, landlord, and Lord have mercy, East Side is just there on time the whole show, and now he here on my show on time. So I already know he don't watch nothing else but Cowboy stuff. That's it. Yeah. I'm about convinced to call him a Dallas Cowboy fan because he sure ain't watching no Houston Texans stuff. He can't be. He can't be. He on every show, and if he ain't on every show, the only reason why is he been blocked. That's the only reason why. It's amazing to me. I don't even know how he know about his own team because that's all he do is watch Cowboys stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. I know what it is. I'm gonna have to do the work for Eastside. I'm gonna personally, Eastside, do you a favor. I'm gonna search for Houston Texan podcast because you wasting your time raising the Houston Texan flag here on my show because you were getting no recognition at all because y'all ain't talking about nothing. Just that simple. So I don't even know why you come here. Texas Nation, stand up and Texans. You don't care about the Texans over here, son. You get no recognition. You get no reading. The only attention you will get is from those that want to converse with you in the chat line. This is a Dallas Cowboy podcast, just like on every other. And he come in, Texans stand up. CJ Stroud is this. Spent a whole 2 hours with folks. I don't get it. I don't get it. So what I'm gonna do personally for you, Eastside, I'm personally going to look and find somebody, because it's got to be somebody that has a Houston Texans podcast. I'm gonna find them, and then I'm gonna actually look at it and see if they're interesting. See if if they can keep your interest. For instance, if they're on and you see my show with your live notification already on, because you be on time for everything, or you on time for everybody else, can the Houston Texan podcast keep you from punching out of their thing to come on to our show? That's what we really need to know. So I'm gonna personally look for you, and then I'm gonna suggest it to you, so you can just get out of our stuff, because you wasting time talking Houston Texan stuff over here, because we could care less. If you know him, Eastside, you sure don't go to him. It ain't nowhere in the world. It's no way. You don't go to him, because you stay with us. Boss Cowboy, I mean, look, landlord, mine. If some more out there, you just been blocked from them, because you hang with them. Ain't no doubt about it. I know it because I be on there just supporting my brother. You just like a social media net. That's what he is. I mean, that's what he is. It's just like a fly that won't leave your house. It's just nonstop. That's what he is. Just a troll, or a Dallas Cowboy troll. That's what he is. He know it. It is what it is. Call it what it is. But I don't mind him coming in, because I just ain't gonna recognize him other than this. Y'all got him now on the chat. Y'all got him. I'm going on about my business now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's up, Kelvin? What's going on? All right. Yeah, if you notice on my show, all right, the title, I said this on West Coast show earlier, got a little brief pause, but I don't want to minimize the importance of what I'm getting ready to talk about, because I see this as we talking about Coach McCarthy and clock management, and we talking about Coach McCarthy, will he run the ball and all that type of stuff. And we're talking strategic, matters that not necessarily are on the field. Today, I want to talk about directly on the field, a thing that I think that can literally destroy us if things ain't right, or if we take the wrong approach. And ladies and gentlemen, that is wrapped up. I know y'all excited, but I need y'all to drink a little glass of reality today. I need you to drink a little glass of reality. And that comes in the form, as y'all could see by my thumbnail earlier, of one Tyler Guyton. Let me readdress that. The rookie starting potentially, or at least that's what everybody believes, potentially the starting left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys this upcoming year, Mr. Tyler Guyton. And the more I think about it, I'm just being honest with y'all. It ain't pretty to me. I ain't gonna say I got confidence, and I'll get into the reason why I don't have complete confidence. He's a rookie, and he just so happened to be a rookie that is playing arguably the most important position on the field, the left tackle position, the blind side tackle, because most quarterbacks are right-handed. The blind side. Usually the left tackle, on most teams, is probably the most athletic person on the line. And usually they are the highest paid person on the line, the left tackle. So arguably, you can go ahead and possibly say that the left tackle probably should be right at, your best lineman. And for us, we've had that for a long, long time in the person of Tyron Smith, who's now gone, of course, to be with the Jets. But we really, for a long period of time, did not have a problem out of the left tackle position other than when he was hurt. But when he was playing, he played at a high level, all pro level, like he always has been. He did it last year. It's old, most people say old, but in football terms, he is old, but really not in age. But he still was all pro last year. Tyron Smith. He's gone, so they left a hole. Now we got Tyler Guyton, who we drafted, of course, in the first round with our pick. It was just automatically assumed that he would be, the number one, day one starter. That's what I believe. I believe most people believe that he would be our starter. But here's my problem. And I've said it before, but I really want to home in on it and see what you guys think about it as well. Man, look, he's a rookie. This is not Oklahoma. Okay? This is not the Big 12 conference. This is not the Big 12 conference. And so, and what you did at Oklahoma, where he was an All-American and stuff, that don't necessarily mean you gonna come in being a top-notch as a rookie type of guy in the National Football League. It's another whole different story, and it's not. It's just not the same. And so I think that, and then Cowboy fans, of course, have a problem with accepting reality. And I guess, a lot of people will say, that cover a lot of ground, because some people don't have reality when it comes to our quarterback. Some Cowboy fans don't have reality to come with our record and all that type of stuff. So, I just started thinking, and my icing on the cake was looking at the schedule. And then I just started thinking. I just started looking at the schedule. Then I'm thinking about how we gonna line up. I'm thinking about, where we really are. And I started looking directly at cause see, the old saying, y'all help me here. But if I remember right, doesn't it start up front? That's what I've always heard. The game begins in the trenches. That's what I always heard. I've heard it for decades. It ain't really changed. In other words, your line got to be on point. Whether you're trying to run the ball or pass the ball, you got to be on point. If you don't have a good offensive line, you ain't gonna make it. Then you multiply the Cowboys, because it is presumed that we will have not only one rookie, but two rookies that's probably going to be starting. That's BB from the center position. I ain't really here to talk about BB today, because I'm really not worried about BB. I'm not. From two reasons, just two, I guess, bullet points. Number one, I'm not worried about BB because, number one, when it comes to physicality, I believe that's right up BB's alley. He loves to maul people. He can do that. Y'all saw the film. He can do that. There's only really one concern that I really have for BB, and that is he's a rookie. And so you're going to have defensive coordinators who will try to confuse him. And he has to be the one, if you know anything about the center position, he has to be the one to make all the line calls at, every play. Look at how guys are set up, make the calls. Well, it's going to be the defensive coordinator position to try to confuse him. That's the only thing I'm really worried about with BB. When it comes to coming out the ball and hitting people, I have full confidence in BB. I've seen enough. I believe his will translate. But from the left tackle position, we got a whole different story there. Especially from the left tackle position. And then when you look at, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want to act like this ain't nothing, because I'm serious as a heart attack, y'all. I'm a little worried. And it ain't because Guyton, it's not solely upon Guyton. I get to the other reason why. But let me just say this. A rookie, they got to go through growing pains. And that go for BB too. But I'm saying, if you ain't that guy playing the left tackle position, you're going to get exposed very quickly. See, he can hide a little bit at the center position. See, it won't be as exposed. There's a lot of traffic right there in up the middle and all that type of stuff. You got to get through a lot to get there. But at the left tackle position, where you're going to go against, probably, unless you got a mismatch on the other end, usually a rookie will get the best pass rushers, a healthy dosage of them during the game, because they figure our pass rusher is going to eventually destroy a rookie who just came out of college, who is not used to this level type of pass rush. And when I started looking at the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, and most of all, those guys that are on these teams, I'm sorry, y'all. I know, a lot of y'all pessimistic Cowboy fans. Y'all want total pessimism. Y'all don't want no drama. You don't want to hear no negativity. Well, you're on the wrong show. I call it as it is. And I have to admit to you, if Tyler Guyton is my starting left tackle, I'm worried. And I'll get to the reason why, or other reason why, other than the obvious. Number one, y'all, Cleveland Browns where the reigning defensive player of the year is their edge rusher, Mr., and I say that in all caps, Mr. Myles Garrett. But the reason why I put him in all caps is because he is that dude. He is a dominant football player. He's special. He is a game wrecker. He can take over games. He's a different type of guy. He is a guy who has seen all pro left tackles, Pro Bowl left tackles, and have literally destroyed them. He is a guy that demands a double team. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's that type of dude. He demands. He's a guy that you as an offensive coordinator have to seriously game plan for. You can't go in and just say, hey, all right, we got a good left tackle. You just go handle Myles Garrett. No, nobody says that. Nobody. Or at least you shouldn't. Because if you do play that way, he gonna get you. It's no other way to say it. He got defensive player of the year, being double team and triple team the whole season last year. He's still defensive player of the year. That ought to tell you something. That's the first game. Second game, New Orleans Saints. Cameron Jordan. Definitely a Hall of Famer. Then on the other side, you have this kid named Henderson or Ferguson. I forgot his name. Granderson, who had 8.5 sacks last year. And on the other side is Cameron Jordan. So pick your choice. That's the Saint game. Out of respect, Cameron Jordan deserves attention. I'm talking about these guys are Hall of Fame guys. I'm calling them now. That's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Myles Garrett, Hall of Famer, a walking Hall of Famer. All he got to do is just retire and wait 5 years. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. We already know that. Hall of Famer Cameron Jordan, over 100, I believe, and 17 sacks in his career. Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. He's still playing. Carl Granderson, certainly not a Hall of Famer, but the man had a respectable 8.5 sacks. And we got a rookie left tackle. Now, I know what y'all about to say eventually. I'm going to get to it. But I got some question marks about that. I'm not here to tell you that, of course, they're going to go one-on-one. I mean, that'll be suicide. Football suicide. I'm not saying that at all. Hey, everybody hit that like button for me. Got a nice group in here right now. Go ahead and hit that like button. Everybody smash it about 20 times for me. Just do it real quick as you listen. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with me. All right. Right after that, you got the Ravens. And forgive me, I can't pronounce the young man's name. The man, hey, got a new family, Medium Bob. Medium Bob, never met you before, but welcome to the show. Thanks for popping in. As you can see, this is a Dallas Cowboy podcast, but I appreciate you popping in, and you might be a Cowboy hater, so you're welcome. Thank you for popping in. Hope you hang with me, but I don't talk Jags, so I'm just letting you know that right now. Appreciate you coming in and hanging with me. You got the Ravens right after that. What's up, Daryl? You got the Ravens right after that, and his name starts with an O. I don't know who that. I forgot his name. I can't pronounce it. But he had double-digit sacks too for the Ravens. Ojabi Kabi or something like that. All right. We got to start rookie left tackle. I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. I'm just telling y'all who we playing in the first 8 weeks. Then after that, week 4, we got the Giants. That's Thibodeau. And then don't forget, Dexter Lawrence is good enough that he can switch out going from inside to outside. But Thibodeau is there. I'm just saying, these are the people who, because if you're a defensive coordinator, you're putting your best pass rusher on the rookie left tackle. So he's gonna get to see these people. And Thibodeau made a Pro Bowl last year. The kid from Baltimore made a Pro Bowl last year. Every team so far is at least minimum Pro Bowl, a Pro Bowl player. Everybody don't name it. I appreciate your medium, Bob. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I didn't know that on the YouTube list. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, medium, Bob. Appreciate you hanging. Okay, I'm just giving out the first 8 weeks. That's all I'm doing. What's up, Keystone Cowboy? I see you. Look, right after the Giant game, we go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all already know who's waiting on us there. That's T.J. Watt, former Defensive Player of the Year, always right at the top of the year in sacks. You already know T.J. Watt gonna get to see Mr. Guyton. You know that, right? Okay, I'm setting something up real quick, y'all. Just wait. Right after that, we back at home, and then here come the Detroit Lions. That's Mr. Aiden Hutchinson, who made All-Pro last year, who destroyed us last year, had about 3 sacks. He destroyed Tyron Smith. And now he get to lick his chops with a rookie left tackle. And then, if that ain't good enough, we get to say we have a Lord have mercy week, which is what is called a bye week. I called it the Lord have mercy week, because after all of those games, you're gonna need a rest, because he's gonna get tested in a very violent way. But soon as he get off the bye week, we to get on the airplane and go see the San Francisco 49ers. You know who waiting on him there? You got it. Mr. Bosa. Chase Young. And that, my friends, is just the first 8 weeks. That's just the first 8 weeks, y'all. And while y'all were hype cheering that we got a left tackle, let me read it again. I know I was a little long-winded there, but let me go ahead and say it again. Week 1, your starting rookie left tackle will have to see Myles Garrett. Week 2, your starting rookie left tackle will have to see Cameron Jordan and Carl Granderson. Week 3, your starting rookie left tackle will have to see, I'm sorry, the kid's name from Baltimore, I'm not even going to insult him, but him, who was a Pro Bowl player last year. Week 4, you're going to get to see Thibodeau from the Giants and maybe a little Dexter Lawrence. Week 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's T.J. Watt. Your rookie left tackle have to see Thibodeau in week 4, then come back and see T.J. Watt. Week 6, Aiden Hutchinson from the Detroit Lions, All-Pro. Then you get the bye week. And then in week 8, you go to San Francisco, and there come Mr. Nick Bosa and possibly Chase Young. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm forgive me for not being so pessimistic with my rookie left tackle. But that's a hard lineup, man. You talking about getting tried by fire. That I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen this now. And I mean, that's just week 1 through 8. I ain't even looked at the rest of the schedule because there's some more coming. We ain't even got to the Eagles and the Commanders, and then the Texans are coming with Will Anderson. And I mean, I ain't even got to the Bengals. I mean, man, look, this boy is about to get. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? He's a rookie. This ain't Oklahoma. You ain't playing Kansas State no more. You're not playing Oklahoma State. You ain't playing Nebraska. Look, you ain't. This ain't Texas. You ain't playing. That stuff work. That stuff work in college. You done graduated now to the upper echelon of football players, where guys are running 4.3 off the edge. See, you playing Kansas State, some of them guys run 4.5 and all you able to put your hand on them and maul them down. But these guys here, they don't see single coverage, so they know how to play it. Myles Garrett had never seen single coverage hardly his whole football career, and yet he's the defensive player of the year. As undersized as TJ Watt is, his motor is so high that he's been defensive player of the year almost every year. If he's not, he's running in the top 2 or 3 and voting. And he's undersized as a defensive end. These are the guys that he got to get to see. Now, I'm going to the next thing now about this whole situation. This could be a slight blessing in disguise. But I'm skeptical about this, and I'll say it in a minute. And the reason why, let me flip it and then show you what I'm thinking. Teams figured out Michael Parsons, our killer, our pass rusher, our elite guy, our game wrecker, Michael Parsons. Teams figured it out. If you get into a third down situation where he gets to pass rush, then Michael Parsons is going to hurt you. He will. If it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 6 and above or something like that, 3rd and 5 or whatever, you're in Michael Parsons' wheelhouse. He gonna get you. If he don't get you, the pressure's gonna be there. He gonna make you get rid of the ball quick. It's just that simple. Michael Parsons can do that. Michael can do it. But they figured it out. They figured how they slowed. They figured he's such a great player that even if you just got to slow him down. How do you slow him down? They figured it out. You line up and you run right at him. That's what got Michael Parsons. His energy level as the year went on started going lower and lower and lower and lower to where he got to week 17 and 18. And in about 5 or 6 weeks, he only had maybe one or two sacks. And he was nicked up. He was beat up because teams figured out to run at him. So let me flip it back. How do we control a Myles Garrett? Well, you can't control a Myles Garrett. You can just try to slow him down. You use the same formula. You try to run the ball. Whether you whether you want to run away from them or you want to run to them, the bottom line is you got to run the ball. You can't let him get into pass rushing situations with a rookie left tackle. You just can't do it, even though I know they're not stupid enough to line up and go single coverage. Tyler Guyton versus Myles Garrett with no help. That'll be stupid. That'll be stupid. So I know the Cowboys are not that stupid. So the way that they beat up Micah Parsons is primarily is that they run at him. And it's never a situation where it's just the left tackle going solely against Micah Parsons. No. They line up a tight end over there, or if they don't, the running back is coming to chip them in passing situations. So it's always two. But they'll line up a two tight end set wherever when you move Parsons around, you still got time to either switch the play, you still got time to make adjustments, quickly like that. But Micah Parsons rarely gets a one-on-one type situation. Same thing with a Myles Garrett. Same thing with a TJ Watt, a Nick Bosa. All these guys who we got to see. You rarely get a one-on-one situation. They lick their chops for something like that. So the thing is, you got to run at these guys. You got to run at them, or if you just say scared, you run away from them and hope that they don't catch you on the backside, a backside tackle, which usually probably don't happen too often. But you got to run the ball now. And when you run it, you better have somebody beside Tyler Guyton. You can't come into the game trying to play macho man thinking that your guy can handle the business. He's a rookie. And we don't have time for no experiments. Let's see if he can do it. Let's see. No, you ain't got time to see. This is Myles Garrett. We don't have to wonder about Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and Nick Bosa. We don't have to wonder about these guys. We already know what they bring to the table. We ain't got to experiment and try to see how good Tyler Guyton is. Just look at the rookie. He's awesome. Oh my God. No, we ain't got time for that. You respect these guys because they earned it. I ain't know. You should be in the film room right now, figuring out about what kind of strategy you gonna do. If your answer, let me go ahead and just kill this. If your answer is, and I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. If your answer is to line Dak Prescott in the shotgun all day and just have him pass it out quick, you're in trouble. It's some things you can't pass your way out of. Some things you got to meet head on. You can't go finesse against physical. It's not, no. You can't do physicality and meet it with finesse. That's you can't. You're asking for trouble. You can't do that. And the reason why I'm saying this, y'all, because we got a finesse coach. We got a finesse play caller. And I'm scared. I got a finesse play caller who is pass happy. He don't run the ball. Y'all know that. He didn't run the ball. Well, I guess I can't blame him totally. But I was just about to say, when we had Zeke and Tony Pollard, we still didn't run the ball enough, y'all. Y'all know that. But that was Kellen Moore. But I looked at last year. We didn't run the ball enough. Essentially, a lot of y'all said we didn't have the running game. Now, all of a sudden, I got probably two rookie starting offensive linemen. And I got the same play caller who was pass happy before He was pass happy last year. And y'all gonna sit here and try to convince me that all of a sudden he is going to be a physical style play caller now? Really? And I remember what I said. It's this situation with Guyton, which I'm afraid of. It truly might be a blessing in disguise. The reason why I say that, ladies and gentlemen, because he just might be forced to run it now. Or at least run it more than what he has. Just because you got to get control of this pass rush that's coming your way with a rookie starting left tackle. They got to run it now. They at least got to make an honest effort and really trying to run the ball, because you got to try to protect your starting rookie left tackle. You can't have them doing pass protection all game long like you had Tyron Smith do. You can't do that with two rookie starting offensive linemen. You cannot have them coming on the back of their heels, pass blocking the whole game. In other words, I can't have Dak Prescott throwing it 35 plus times, and then when I look at the running stats of the running backs combined, I can't have all the running backs running a total of 20 times in a game. I can't have it. Not this year. Not this year. Not this year, y'all. Not this year. And I don't know who the bell cow gonna be. Certainly, I'm not asking Ezekiel Elliott to carry the ball 23, 24 times a game. That ain't gonna happen. But a combined effort, it need to be right at 25, 26 times a game. 24, somewhere around there, 23 to 28, let's just say 23 and up combined. Since we so dedicated to since so dedicated to saying we're gonna run by committee, then the committee needs to run it. There had to be an effort, because you can't let these guys just attack our offensive linemen. They're young. They're young. I mean, I'm talking specifically today. I could go BB, but I think BB gonna be fine. But Guyton, I'm worried. Just within the first 8 weeks, I ain't looked at the rest. I mean, I looked at the rest of the schedule, but all you gotta do is look at the first 8 weeks. With week 7 being the bye, that's gonna tell us all we need to know. Seriously. He better be right. If you ever want to know if this first round pick is going to play out, we're going to find out real quick about Mr. Guyton. Oh my God. Y'all look at the schedule for yourself. It ain't no time. He don't even get a chance to grow. You understand what I'm saying? He don't even get a chance to grow. He has a lot of expectations on him day one. And let me go ahead and tell y'all what my day one is. Day one ain't against Cleveland. Man, look, day one starts the first day of training camp, because it's another blessing in disguise with Mr. Guyton, because of what we have on this team that can get him ready rather quickly. See the baptism by fire don't start with Myles Garrett. Oh, no. The Cowboys are forced to try to get Tyler Guyton right at the beginning. In other words, when he gets to practice, he needs to be going against Michael Parsons every day. he needs to see DeMarcus Lawrence every day. He needs to see Sam Williams every day. I don't know nothing about Nealon, the rookie that we got, but everybody say he all right. Put him out there too. This dude, Tyler Guyton, needs to see them guys every single day at full speed. That, you don't get to hit the quarterback. They ain't gonna let you hit the person, but they need to go at it. He needs to get roughed up by Micah Parsons. He needs to get his brains beat out by DeMarcus Lawrence. Just put brute force on him. He needs to get smacked in the mouth every day at training camp. And that way, by considerably, probably the best, Micah Parsons. It ain't nobody like Micah. Nobody has that type of speed coming off the edge like Micah Parsons. That's who Tyler Guyton need to go against. So that when it does come down to game time, shoot, he already done seen a lot of it. Hey, Roxy Bella, how you doing? First time, appreciate you popping in. And since it's your first time and you said it, I'm going to acknowledge your question since it's your first time. You said, y'all forgive me for breaking it out, but welcome Roxy to the family. Roxy says, first time here, if I may ask, how many yards will Zeke have this year as he come back to the Cowboys? And if we do not sign Dak back after this year, who will pick him up? It's your first time coming, and we ain't talking about that, but I'll answer it for you since it's your first time. How many yards will Zeke have? It's kind of hard to tell. Number one, my first question is, will he stay healthy? Then number two, how much of a load can he take? This is not the 2016 version of Ezekiel Elliott. We're going to be doing running back by committee, Roxy. So it's kind of hard to put a number on it. I think Zeke will do fine. Here's more specific for me. The last time we saw him, he was going, getting 1-2 yards. His average, yard average was real low. Probably no more than 3 yards a carry. My question is, what is his yard per average going to be this year? That'll tell me a lot. If we can get him close to 4 yards a pop, or average 4 yards a pop, I'll be very happy even with the low amount of carries that he has. And a lot of this is dependent. I guess you're indirectly in what I was saying. This is going to be, it's about our offensive line, how good it's going to be. So I really don't want to put a number on it. Excuse me, because it's hard to tell. He's been banged up lately. Of course, he played all last year, but he was the second string running back last year. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Now, I've answered this in shows before. Now, I'll catch you up with a crash course real quick. If we don't sign Dak back, who will pick him up? Number one, he will be the number one free agent on the board next year. That's without a doubt. He would, if we don't sign him back, he will be the number one free agent. He will get the day one. He will be a day one free agent coming off the board. I did it this way, and I really don't want to go there. I'll help you out. I'll go to you right now. Let's go down the list, and you just count along with me, Roxy Bella. Let's go NFC East. The Cowboys obviously would not re-sign him if they let him go. Washington will not sign him. They believe in Daniels, their quarterback. The Giants, question mark. I don't think they really believe in Daniel Jones. I believe that Daboll would consider Dak Prescott with the Giants if that's. I think Daniel Jones in his last year. I'm not sure. I don't know. Philadelphia would not take Dak Prescott. So I got a possible one with the Giants. Dak Prescott is better than Daniel Jones. Ain't no question about that. But in this chat, you're gonna see that they're gonna say no, he's not. So yeah, just let that go. Okay. Let's go NFC South. The Saints have Derek Carr. I don't think that they would take Dak. Tampa Bay just signed Baker Mayfield, so they're not going to. They just signed him, so they're not going to do that. Not saying that Baker's better than Dak. I'm just saying they just signed Baker Mayfield, so that's not even in question. Carolina, they believe in Bryce Young, so no, they wouldn't do that. Somebody else in the South, Atlanta. Well, we know Atlanta not taking them because they got 2 quarterbacks. So right now, out of 8 teams, I've got a possible 1. The NFC West, the 49ers are with Purdy, so no. Seattle, that's a possible because I believe they would take Dak over Geno Smith. That's 2. Arizona, Kyler Murray, I'm not sure about his contract. I'm not sure, but I don't think Arizona would do that. I don't think they would. That's 3. Thinking about I got who else in the West? I forgot. I got the Rams, Stafford. It will all depend on if Stafford retires. If Stafford retires, Sean McKay would take Dak Prescott in a heart flash. That's the way I look at that. But I don't think that that's going to happen. So I got 2. I got Seattle and Giants, possible Giants, depending on the contract of Daniel Jones. All right, let's go AFC. Did I get it right? Okay, I'm sorry. The NFC North, Chicago. Chicago has Caleb Williams, no. Detroit, that's golf, no. Chicago, I'm sorry. Oh God, who else in the North? Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay, Jordan Love, no. There's one more. Y'all help me out if y'all see I'm struggling there. Who's the North? I said Green Bay, Chicago. Detroit is one more team. And Minnesota. Minnesota just picked up J.J. McCarthy. So I would say no. All right. So that's the whole NFC. So out of the NFC, I just named 1 definitely and a possible 2. And that's all depending on if Stafford retires. Okay. Let's go to the AFC. Let's go to the AFC South. Tennessee. Yes. They would take that. Even though the kid is there. I forgot his name. Yes. Indianapolis, no. They believe in Anthony Richardson. Jacksonville, no. They believe in Lawrence. Who am I thinking now? AFC South, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis. Who am I missing, y'all? Who am I missing? Texans, exactly. The Texans, no. They have C.J. Stroud, no. All right, we're going to the AFC North. Pittsburgh, no. They already got it set up. Russell Wilson or Fields. Baltimore, no. They got Lamar. Cincinnati, no. Burrow. Cleveland, Deshaun, no. So nobody from there. They wouldn't even pick up the phone for them. All right. That's the North. AFC West, Kansas City, without a doubt, no. We ain't got to talk about that. Denver. It gets interesting there. Trust me. The Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, Sean Payton. I don't even have to say anything. They would take him. Denver. The Raiders, yes. That's 2 teams. And then Raiders, Kansas City. Raiders, Kansas City. I just called out the other team. I forgot. I'm missing one more. Out of there. Y'all help me. AFC West. The Chargers. No. We already know. Thank you. The Chargers, and that's Herbert. So no, they wouldn't do that. AFC East. Buffalo. No. They got Josh Allen. The New England Patriots. Yes. Dak Prescott is better than whoever their quarterback is over there. The Jets are very interesting. Only reason why is because if Aaron Rodgers retires after this year, let me tell you, that team is made ready to win. They got some talent over there, and they're not fit to go. If Aaron Rodgers is retiring, and that would be a perfect fit for Dak Prescott. Perfect town, New York City. Dak would come in. There really would be no drop-off. Not really. Not a real drop-off. So the Jets look real attractive only if Aaron Rodgers says he's done. That is a hole that would be fulfilled rather quickly. Miami, Tua, no. So out of all the teams for Roxy, I went through everybody who, at least in my opinion, who I think would come knocking at his door. And all it takes is one team, and Dak Prescott would get picked up immediately. So that will happen. I believe that will happen. It's about. Let me see. Yeah, see, JD is on that. Y'all see the comment there. JD says Raiders. I call that team. I don't think the Steelers would be in the JD. They'll give the reins over to Fields if Russell Wilson is not the guy. So they already took care of their quarterback position. The Jets, definitely. I said the Titans. I don't think Cleveland would get off Deshaun. The Rams, I said that only if Stafford retires. The Seahawks, I said that. The Saints, I don't think the Saints would give them up. I just don't see them getting rid of Carr like that. And I said the Giants too. So JD and I are almost on identical, except with just a couple of them. So Roxy, I hope you stay with me. I don't know if you're still here, but I hope I answered your question on that. And I'll let you break me off of what I was saying because it was your first time coming in. So I appreciate you coming in. Now, let me get back to what I was saying. It's important that Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Sam Williams, Nealon, whoever else is there, that they go ahead and train Guyton up real quick, man. He's gonna have to get a crash course in brutality. He's gonna have to get his butt whooped in practice. He got to feel it. Everybody else may be going, 3/4 speed. No. Michael, I need Michael to go ahead and give him what he needs to see. They need to train him. I need DeMarcus Lawrence to go straight at him in his chest. I don't want DeMarcus Lawrence to go around him. I want DeMarcus Lawrence to use that power. Go hit Tyler Guyton dead in his chest and let him feel what a real bull rush is going to be like. See, he got to get a crash course. He does. It can't be avoided. Just because of who he's going against in those first 8 weeks, we ain't got no time. He ain't got no time to be trying to figure it out in week 1. No. He need to be already ready to go. And I'm saying this, y'all. And I'm still saying he don't need to be playing in the preseason. Because who else we got? That's the reason why he don't see. He got a lot of pressure on him. He just about can't get hurt. He does not. Tyler Guyton does not need to even be playing in the preseason. I don't. We can't afford an injury. We can't afford an injury there. If he gonna get injured, let it be in the real game, not in preseason. I'm serious, y'all. He don't need. Look, if they do what I'm saying, that's the preseason game right there. If he get to see Michael Parsons and D-Law and Nealon and Sam Williams every day in practice, and don't forget, y'all, we got I believe we got a scrimmage lined up with the Rams coming up. During the training camp. Well, they're going full speed then. I don't need. I don't look. Who is our bag of left tackle? Is it Cheeto? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Matter of fact, let me pull that up, y'all. Cause see, y'all, I'm gonna have to read it to you because the way I got this set up right now, I can't put it on the screen for you and let y'all see it because you won't be able to see it. So what I'm gonna do is just read. I just want to know who who they got listed for right now as our second string left tackle. Chuma Edoga. That's it. It's nobody else. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it. We got three. You might as well go to right tackle. See, look, watch this, y'all. This is the reason why I don't need them playing. I'm gonna say, listen, y'all. On the depth chart right now, Tyler Guyton is penciled in as our starting left tackle. Our backup is Chuma Edoga. We already know what that is. It's not good. All right. At right tackle, so somebody got to play swing tackle. Right tackle, our starter, of course, is Terrence Steele. Watch this, y'all. Right after that, the backup, right tackle is Matt Waletzko. Are you kidding me? Shoot, Terrence Steele can't get hurt. Terrence Steele can't get hurt. Then they got some kid we ain't never heard of. Now remember, a lot of these names, a lot of these guys ain't gonna be on the team. They got to fill out this roster. They got to have right at 90 players for the whole preseason. Then last week, they got to chop it down to 53. So a lot of these are just camp bodies. This dude on third string, I ain't never heard of him before. Earl Bostic Jr. That's our third string right tackle. We can't afford that. And for those that say TJ Bass is a guard, left guard. Then we got Josh Ball, who amazingly, they moved inside to right guard now. We got Asim Richards, who they got as a backup. He's Zach Martin's backup. So the swing tackle right now probably is Chuma Edoga. And if it ain't him, it's Matt Waletzko. Man, we can't afford no injuries right now. We can't afford no injuries. We can't afford no injury on the outside. Fortunately for us, we got TJ Bass, we got Asim Richards. Those are pretty good quality backups, and we got Brock Hoffman. So the inside would look pretty good, even if we had an injury. We know what Bass can do. We know what Hoffman can do. We even know a little bit of what Asim Richards can do. The inside is fine. The outside is where the problem is. We ain't got no outside help if one of our guys go down. So no, I don't want it. That's me. Now y'all might want them, and I'm not saying I'm 100% right in this. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying it ain't no way in the world that I want Tyler Guyton to even play in the preseason game. I don't. Once I look at the depth chart and I already know about some of them guys, no, sir. Get yours in practice. Michael Parsons is better than any preseason game that you gonna play in. Practice against that dog. And get trained up real quick by him and DeMarcus Lawrence. And just those two alone will get him ready for the upcoming season. Because see, if you do well against those two, you'll be able to do well pretty much against anybody. If you do well against Michael Parsons, you can handle anybody. Let Michael Parsons go one-on-one with Tyler Guyton. Let him get the full beating. Because you ain't going to have to worry about going one-on-one with nobody in the real games. Because they, at least I hope, that they're smart enough to put two people on Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. But against Michael Parsons, I want him to get the full gamut of the beatdown. Let him get his brains get kicked in. Let Michael Parsons carry him down through there. Let Michael Parsons baptize him by fire. 1,000% fire. Let it happen. Seriously. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Y'all may have more confidence than I got. And this may be the time that pessimistic Cowboy fans are needed. I'm just saying, maybe y'all may have full confidence. I'm not finna knock you. I'm gonna be cheering for Tyler Guyton and all that, but I got a dose of reality in my system too. He's a rookie. That's just the bottom line. He's a rookie. And I haven't seen too many guys, this is the NFL, man. Rookies in NFL ain't just great. I know Dak, delusional fans. I know he's a tackling guard. Like I said, we've seen him. We know he can play a little bit. That's fine. I'm good with it. That's who's going to be playing in the preseason is the same Richards. Those guys. Those are who going to be playing. But I don't want to see Tyler Guyton out there. And if he does play in the preseason, how long do you really think he's gonna play? What, one series? He ain't like he's gonna play a whole half. That same thing goes with BB too. I mean, if you just gonna bring him out for one series, I mean, come on now. You can't avoid injuries. I understand that. But, and considering how the Cowboys play, all right, and I know this may be the small exception because this will be the first year possibly that we'll have two rookies starting on the offensive line. But usually the starters don't play in the preseason anyway. The whole preseason. We know that. We done seen this team for years. Mike McCarthy don't play the starters. They don't. Offense or defense. I'm talking about not even for a series. They don't do that. We don't do that. Everybody else might do a little bit of something, but we don't. Dak Prescott and the offense. Look, it's just like this. Ezekiel Elliott does not need to play in no preseason game. Zach Martin, and forget the continuity, forget all. Oh, no. They don't need to play in no preseason game. When CeeDee Lamb comes back, he don't need to play in no preseason game. Dak Prescott don't need to play in no preseason game. Tyler Smith, no. I'm giving Tyler Guyton and BB, if they are our two starters, I'm giving them the same treatment. Why aren't they playing? Because they ain't gonna risk it. That's why. However, I will give a little small exception to the fact that we got two rookies. And to be honest with you, as much as a lot of people like to preach reps, I will agree they need reps. They do. So I will lighten up a little bit, but I'm still saying they don't need to play. I'm saying beat their brains out in practice with some all pro players. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's your spare time. Maybe y'all saw what I saw. I saw it a long time ago. And as we get closer to week 1, I have the same question. When I get to week 1, it's like, you want to know what the game plan is? How are we going to attack Myles Garrett? That's my concern for week 1. Because see, if we don't attack it right, he gonna wreck the game. That's I can tell y'all my week 1 game plan for the Dallas Cowboys on offense. How are we going to attack Myles Garrett? How? That's my question. And the way that a lot of y'all are saying, the way we're going to attack him, that ain't the way the Dallas Cowboys play football offensively. We are a finesse, in my view. We are more finesse offense than we are a physical offense. See, but right there, JD, that ain't what we do. At least not enough to wear these guys down. We don't do that. We ain't done that in years. We don't do it. Now, if Mike McCarthy come out and tries to run the ball down people's throat, it would shock me. It would shock y'all too, because we just don't do that. We don't. JD, the only thing that I would say is this, and you're right in what you just said. You're right. You're absolutely right what you just said. But we even been more physical previously in the last few years with the guys we had. We still didn't run it. You had Tyron Smith. You had Tyler Smith. You had Biotish, who was a Pro Bowl center. And you had Zach Martin. Then you had Terrence Steele. We still didn't run the ball. I can't say we're more physical now because I ain't seen it yet. Because I got 2 rookies. But when I had Tyron Smith, and Tyler Smith on the same side, and Biotish in the center, and Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele, that line is better right now than the line that we got right now. We didn't run the ball. Shoot, we were wondering with Ziggy Elliott and Tony Pollard here. Kellen Moore didn't run the ball. We didn't run the ball. We were finesse passing football team with Kellen Moore here, and we had a better line back then. And Mike McCarthy was a finesse offensive coordinator, pass happy coordinator that tailored to the strengths. The strength of this offensive team last year, obviously, was passing the football. You had an MVP candidate as a quarterback. Of course, he's the strength. You had an all-pro wide receiver. That was the strength. Don't you got them same folks? You got a Pro Bowl tight end in Jake Ferguson. Are these the same people that's here? What in the world makes me think that a real, more balanced philosophy change is gonna happen? I believe it when I see it. I don't believe it. I really believe what I've said about the Cowboys running game is this. The difference between the Cowboys and other teams is that when they have to run it, they can. But when the Cowboys have to run it, they can't. That's the difference. So the number of carries, depending on where we are at the game, can we run it even though it's an 8-man box? Like the 49ers, for instance. I mean, Christian McCaffrey see 8-man boxes all the time. Guess what happened? Still run it. Still get his yards. Philadelphia, 8-man box. Still run it. Cowboys, 8-man box. 1 yard. 2 yards. Run up the middle. Shotgun, draw play up the middle. Same running plays. Okay, this year, when you run that same play, can I at least get 4 yards out of it instead of 1 or 2? That's my question. inside the 5-yard line. Can we do anything else other than lining up in a shotgun, passing on first down, second down from the 5-yard line? Third and 1, 3rd and 2 from the 2-yard line. And we line up in the shotgun trying to throw a fade pattern to CD. Can you run it when you want to? That's my question. Because see, this is what I've seen the last God knows how many years. That's my question. And it's just kind of hard for me to believe that all of a sudden, even though we're running back by committee, like we could run the ball 25 times or so. I believe it when I see it. Until then, I'm calling it like I've always seen it. We are a finesse, pass-happy football team. That when it's time to get physical, we always get out physical. It never fails. I know what BB is. I know what he represents. Guyton, I know he's a mauler too. Okay. Let's see if the play caller adjusts to what they do best. Because he ain't do what he didn't do that with Tyron Smith. He had Tyron Smith pass blocking all the time. He had Tyler Smith pass blocking all the time instead of going to lay on folks. So in the fourth quarter, they'll be tired. Their guys were never tired last year. Our guys were tired bagging up all the time instead of going forward, hitting people. Well, we didn't do that. We ain't had no running game. Partly because we didn't call running plays. Put the ball in Dak's hand, and Dak did what he did. Big numbers and all that. CD, 1,500 yards receiving, 153, whatever, 130 some odd catches for the season. Come on now. We was a passing football team. He said at the beginning. You right, Dak. Dak the losing fan. This is what he said at the beginning of last year, y'all. Y'all remember that? I said it then. Remember he said that at the beginning of training camp last year? Said he was going to run the ball. That's what he said. We're going to run the ball. Man, please. Please. We ain't run no ball last year. Y'all were begging for running game. Y'all know where we were. We were a finesse football team. Passing football team that couldn't run it when we needed to run it. That's just the truth, y'all. I believe it when I see it. And let me go on and tell you this. If Mike McCarthy stays the same way in his play calling, he's going to get your starting rookie left tackle destroyed. Now that I can guarantee. See, a lot of it ain't cause you can play. It's the position that your coach puts you in with the play calling that they do. If Mike McCarthy do this finesse pass and stuff like he did last year, you're going to get Tyler Guyton smoked. It's just that simple. I ain't going to say BB. See, when you playing center, there's a lot of traffic in the middle. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of bodies you got to get through. But outside on that island at left tackle, you're going to get your left tackle destroyed. If you play the way that you called games last year, you're going to get your left tackle destroyed, a rookie. Oh, he's going to get beat up. Philosophy has to change. I don't know if it's in us. I'm serious. We love Dak too much. We love throwing the ball too much. It ain't just started. It was like this with Kellen Moore. We love throwing the ball too much. We do. We do. Dak is used to now where he's on a level where he want to put the ball in his hands, and the coach staff obviously want to put it in his hands too. And they want him to get his 4,000 yards. They want him to get his 30 touchdowns. They want him to be high in QBR like he always is, and then completion percentage and all that type of stuff. We're a passing finesse football team. I can't argue with it because, look, we win games every year. All right? We win games every year to the tune of 12-5. We 12-5 every year. Hey, it works. You only lost 5 games last year. You only lost 5 games the year before that. You only lost 5 games the year before that. 12 games. But in the playoffs, Jack, it was time to get physical. And you tried to meet physical. You tried to meet a physical teams with finesse. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And now you replace Tony Pollard with an older Ezekiel Elliott. And then you got Rico, who stays hurt. Then a lot of y'all crying Deuce Vaughn name, who gets bounced around like a pinball machine because he's too small. Then you got Royce Freeman, who has a history of being hurt lately. Then you got this key hit. You know how many running backs we got? Some of them ain't gonna make it, y'all. Some of these guys ain't gonna make it because the Cowboys are loyal to players. Like, for instance, 2 spots for sure. I don't know how many running backs we're gonna carry, but I know 2 spots are already locked up. That's Rico and Ezekiel Elliott. They didn't bring Ezekiel Elliott back here to question whether Zeke gonna be the number 1 running back. Y'all know that. So it ain't many spots open. The battle really starts at the number 3 running back. Now, when the last time you seen the Cowboys consistently run 3 running backs in a game? Stop it. I'm just telling y'all got to start thinking. Some of these guys that we drafted, some of these guys, Malik Davis and Snoop Connor and, Hunter Lemke, some of these guys ain't going to be on, practice squads, man. Stop it. The spots are already limited because the Cowboys are loyal to their draft picks. They're loyal to players. 2 spots on the running back depth chart is locked up automatically. I know 2. I almost want to say 3, but I'm not. I hear they like Royce Freeman. Maybe they want two or 3 bangers in there. I don't know. A lot of y'all want Deuce Vaughn. I don't know. But I know 2 spots are already open. Cowboys usually carry, 3 or 4 on game day? So that really means ain't no but really 2 spots left open if they carry 4 on a game day. It's really only 2 spots open. So the battle is going to start for the number 3 spot. I'm just calling it like it is. And with a older Ezekiel Elliott and running backs that usually stay hurt, you gonna sit here and tell me that you gonna really run the ball a whole lot more? Because at this point in their career, Tony Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott. I didn't say 2014 Zeke. I'm saying at this point in their careers, right now, Tony Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott. So what am I saying? See, a lot of y'all don't like this, but I'm just calling it like it is. At this point, Tony Pollard and Rico is better than Zeke and Rico. How's that for a hot take? Because I guarantee you, there's a whole bunch of Zeke fans that go crazy right there. So you can't look at Zeke like you did when he first got here, long time ago. No. You got to look at the Zeke as he is now. As he is now. The one that done lost a step, y'all said. The one that just go in the middle like a bowling ball and run for 1 or 2 yards and that's it. No bounce outside. That Zeke. That's the Zeke that we got. And y'all gonna sit and tell me that all of a sudden we gonna pound the football? Oh no. I believe it when I see it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I believe it when I see it. The strength of your team is the passing. Let's just be honest. Whether you like Dak Prescott or not, you ain't banking your offense off running this year. It's not, because it's not strong. Or let's just say this: we don't know. We do know what we got in Dak, CD, Jake Ferguson, Brandon Cooks. We know what we got in it. We know. We got tape on it. We know what we got. That's the strength. It's not the running game. Now I got 2 rookies that's probably gonna start there. We don't know how good they're gonna be yet. We gonna learn that by week. We really don't know how good the line is if they stay healthy. We gonna know that to maybe about the bye week. That's week 7. We'll have a good idea then. We'll have a good idea then how good the offensive line is if the right play calling is made. So I'm worried about Guyton because he's a rookie, but at the same time I'm equally as worried about Coach Mike McCarthy with the play calling, because you got to go with their strengths, and you don't want to do them like you did everybody else, and that's down, set, hut. They hut, and then they bagging up pass protecting the whole game. No, man. No. And I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. I'm serious. The running back room is not as good as the running back room last year, because you can't bring nobody that's down a step below Tony Pollard talking about that this is better. No, it's not better. It's not better. It's not better. I don't care what y'all say. See, y'all still blinded by 2016, 17 Zeke, and y'all got this hope that all of a sudden, see, y'all done fell in love with them Instagram videos of Zeke hollering and screaming and hopping and skipping all through trash cans that don't tackle and going crazy, all that, and you do that every year. Y'all say, "Whoa, my God, Zeke he looks like Agile." Where all that hopping and skipping when he played? What was all that at? All I saw was him get the ball and go up the middle for 1 or 2 yards. That was it. We were begging for Tony Pollard to get in the game. Y'all forgot that? We were begging for Tony Pollard to get in the game, because Zeke wasn't doing nothing. He was just bowling ball up the middle, and that was it. But every time y'all see that stuff on the summertime, him jumping up and down and screaming and running and hollering and hopping and going through trash cans and side shifting and jump skipping and all that kind of stuff, y'all go completely crazy. Man, where's that in the game? Where's all that at? I ain't seen it yet. As long as y'all looking through the lenses of 2016 and 17, I see why y'all say y'all have Zeke back. I understand. As long as you looking at them through those lenses, I can understand that. But then you got us Cowboy fans that are looking at Zeke through the 2023 and 24 lenses, and we say, "Hey, Zeke, God bless him. We appreciate him being a warrior all these years, but he not that guy no more." Let's call an honest assessment. I mean, I'm cheering for Zeke. I appreciate what he did for the organization. I love him. I love his attitude. His mindset is still the same. His body just ain't that guy no more. They don't even run stretch plays with Zeke because they know he ain't got enough speed to get out there, really. Come on, y'all. Why you think they limit Zeke just to go up the middle and between the guard and the center all the time? You ain't hardly ever see Zeke get calls that off tackle and sweeps and all. You ain't hardly seen that. He might get the screenplay. That's about it. Well, there's a reason why they didn't call plays like that with Zeke. Why you think they ran all the plays with Tony Pollard outside? Why? Because he can get outside. That's why. And now y'all telling me that an older Zeke coming in here, and now all of a sudden, we ready to run the ball. Really? 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 I believe it when I see it. Until then, they better get, look, if you're going to pass it like I think they are, you better get Tyler Guyton ready. You better get him ready. Seriously. You better get him ready because I'm just telling you. All right. I got a little time. Go ahead and call in real quick. 901-654-6853. Got time, maybe about two or three. You can call in now to be right there in just a second on that ticker, just in case I said it too fast. 901 is coming. I promise you. It's coming. Yeah. Jesus, I got a lot of, there it is. Call in line. There it is on the screen. 901-654-6853. You can call in right now. I've talked long enough. Some of y'all may not like what I said, but it's just the way I see it. It don't necessarily mean that it's the end all be all. It's just that I know how the Cowboys work because I got plenty of film to say they are a finesse passing football team, and I don't believe they're gonna run the ball like they say every year. You know, my brother West Coast came up, y'all know it, run the ball that hat, and that had that have the last 3-4 years. Might would throw it in the garbage can. We ain't ran the ball in 4-5 years. Stop it. Last time we ran the ball like that when DeMarco Murray was here. We ain't ran it since. I'm serious. We ain't ran it since. It's been finesse ever since then. Once they took the training wheels off Dak Prescott them first couple years, we've been launching. Ever since Amari Cooper got here, that's when it was over with. The running game was done. When Amari Cooper got here, it was over with. 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. Exactly, William. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. I don't know, well, at least in Dallas, it's not. I don't know why everybody keep. And the schedule is calling for them to run because of the pass rushes that we got to see. You got to wear these guys out. You got to run at them. The schedule is calling for them to run the ball. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't committed to it. You gotta let Dak, loosen up the defense. You gotta let Dak, at least that's their mindset. I believe it when I see it. I don't see it, man. I'm sorry. And if some kind of way this get to Tyler Guyton, I got confidence in you, brother, but but we can't go against football logic. You don't need to be pass blocking all the time. And I got a feeling that's what's going to happen because Mike McCarthy is he's going to turn the ball, put the ball in the hands of his best players. And the best players right now are all pretty much pass guys. Starting with the quarterback, the wide receiver. Those are our best players on offense. Quarterback, wide receivers, tight end. Just the truth. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. So I don't see how we could just turn into this balanced offense. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I gave you a chance to call in. You didn't want to call. I hope that y'all, like I said, you don't have to agree with this. He had running backs in Green Bay. He had Lacey and he had guys, but at the same time, when you have an Aaron Rodgers, I ain't just talking about the Super Bowl year. I'm talking about the years that Green Bay didn't win it. But this dude was a 4-time MVP. Of course, you putting the ball in his hands. So when you got a guy like that, then I'm not going to argue with you if he throws it 45 times. See, I want Mahomes throwing the ball 45 times a game. I want that. I do. I don't want no balanced offense with Patrick Mahomes. I think you're taking away the offense if you don't let him gun it down the field. I'm saying, I'm serious. I don't think Dak is on that level like that. And his numbers throwing the ball are not like Mahomes. I was one that said, I don't want Dak throwing the ball 35 times plus a game. I don't want that. I want Mahomes to do it though. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because I know he really is the catalyst. Now, what the Cowboys believe over the years is that Dak is on that same, well, I ain't gonna say he's on that same level, but you want him throwing the ball because he's your best player. And that part really can't be argued. But you got to know what type of quarterback that you really do have. Dak is not a guy that need to be throwing the ball like he Patrick Mahomes. He just not. He needs a balanced offense. He does. I'm not fit to say that. I'm telling y'all the truth. I want us to be a running football team, but we're not committed to that. And Dak, and the worst thing, and look here, oh my God. Oh, I'm fit to say something crazy here. Ooh-wee. The worst thing that happened for Dak Prescott, as crazy as it's gonna sound, y'all. The worst thing that happened was that Dak had a year like he had last year, which was a great year. And the reason why I say the worst thing that happened, the reason why I say it's the worst thing that happened is because the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy saw him do it. And you're already getting the signs because they're already saying this is year 2 with Dak in there. If he did it last year like that, only imagine how he's going to be this year. So what did that tell you? I rest my case. What does that tell you? They're already saying it. Mike McCarthy done said it. Dak done said it. Brandon Cook said it about Dak. Hey, this is year 2 in the offense of Mike McCarthy. And Dak had such a great year last year. Only imagine what he's going to be able to do this year. I mean, all that tell me is shotgun city. Here we come. Passing the ball. It's coming. And it's hard to argue because, like I said, 12 wins. I'm going to look no lower than number 3 offense in the league. I mean, hello. I mean, see, that's what mess everything up, y'all. As bad as y'all hate Dak Prescott, and as bad as it may seem like I'm talking about Dak, the stats say they're always in the top 3, top 2 in offense. Dak Prescott, run-up MVP. Dak Prescott, all-pro quarterback. Dak Prescott, Pro Bowl quarterback. CeeDee Lamb, all-pro wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb, Pro Bowl wide receiver. Jake Ferguson, Pro Bowl tight end. If we want to go offensive lineman, okay, we pass the ball a lot. We don't run it. Zach Martin, all-pro. Last year, Tyron Smith, all-pro. Tyler Smith, all-pro. 3 linemen. We don't run the ball, but we got 3 all-pros on the offensive line who primarily did number pass block. So the problem is when we look at at the end result, yeah, we lost in the playoffs, but the guys are recognized as some of the best at their positions, and you gonna sit here and tell me that Mike McCarthy all of a sudden gonna be running football? Man, I look, y'all can believe that. I ain't gonna believe it. That's why we can't get back to balance, because of what Dak Prescott did. And in that building, you can't tell. They may not pay him, but you can't tell them that Dak Prescott not gonna give you 30 touchdowns a year. You can't tell them that. You can't tell him that he gonna give you over 4,000 yards. His numbers are gonna look like some of the quote unquote best in the league when you compare them to the other quarterbacks. His numbers gonna be there, and that's what the problem is. We're saying, at least I'm saying, I can't speak for y'all. I'm saying I don't want the ball in Dak Prescott's hand throwing the ball like that. They're saying in the building, we want the ball in Dak Prescott's hand. That's the problem. That's the whole problem right there, because it's mistaken identity. My idea of his identity is he's a play action quarterback that needs to be throwing the ball less than 32 times a game. In that building, however, they saying that we got to score. We got to score 30 points a game, or at least that's the way it's looking. We don't have a running game, probably because we don't try to run the ball, but we don't have a running game, and so Dak has to throw the ball, and so we want Dak throwing the ball minimum 35 plus. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I believe it's only going to get worse this year. They're going to say this year, and all them boys going to be doing, they already know. The Cowboys got the same, maybe because we watch the game so much, we just call out the routes that the receivers going to wear. Look, if your offensive line is trash, if Guyton ain't right, if BB is not right, you already know what this game gonna be like. They're gonna get the ball out quick. All them cornerbacks gonna be doing is gonna be sitting there because they know the slant coming. That's all we run, y'all. I mean, come on, man. Slants, comeback routes, drag routes. That's all we run. Every now and then we'll run a post, and every now and then he'll throw one up for grabs. Everything is always a dig route. Dig route is where you run straight and then come across the middle from whatever side. Look like a backwards L, letter capital L. Look, that's what we run. That's all we run. Primarily the slant route. That's what Dak does best. Slant. Everybody know that. And if you ain't got no line, then they gonna say, well, we got to get the ball out quick. Well, that's all y'all run, slants. Everybody know what you gonna run. They gonna be sitting on this stuff. Oh, I'm done because I'm starting to get frustrated. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all come on hang with me Monday morning. I'll be with West Coast again. Hope y'all been enjoying that. Me and West Coast have kind of collaborated and figured out a little system while I'm off work for the summer. We're gonna try to do this and keep it going. So I'll be with West Coast on Monday morning. 12:30 Central Time. He stays in California, so that's 10:30 his way. But I also will be with you on my regular time on Monday evening at 7 o'clock. So we're going to keep it the same. I'll be doing double duty. So for those that can, come on hang with me on Monday morning. It'll be me and West Coast. It may even be Landlord. It might be Henny. It might be all four of us. So you know there's gonna be a hot one. So it's gonna be some of us. Well, I don't know which one, but me and West Coast definitely will be there. Y'all come on hang with us that Monday morning if you can. And if not, come on back and hang with me that night at 7 p.m. Central for, again, the Big Time Show. Listen, I appreciate all y'all hanging with me, man. Y'all don't have to. It's a privilege for anybody just to listen to whatever I got to say about the Cowboys. And then, of course, I love the chat group because I've kind of created a space where everybody is free to say whatever it is that they want to say. And I don't mind that. I may not see it because y'all got a lot of comments going. But I appreciate all y'all for hanging with me. All right. I'll see you guys Monday at 12:30 Central. That'll be 11:30 Eastern, I believe. Just turn on the live notifications. If you turn on live notifications on your phone, you won't miss me. Okay? Just do that. All right. Y'all come hang with me. Y'all know on the morning show, you know, we be going at it. We ain't have to really debate, y'all. But we be going. It's just good to collaborate with other guys who open up your eyes to some things you may not be thinking. Rather than this. Y'all come on, hang with me. Let's have some fun together. It's gonna be a long summer. Y'all might as well, because once the NBA Finals is over with, man, it's gonna be dead. The XFL playoffs is the day. I think the play championship game is next week. That'll be it for football. We'll only be stuck with baseball, and if you're not a baseball fan, you have absolutely nothing for this little time period. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just come on, hang with us. We'll try to entertain and do what we can do to keep things engaged. The Cowboy land is going to be dead for now because these guys are taking a little vacation with their families now before the party really gets started. So it really shouldn't be any news out of Cowboy land other than somebody maybe getting signed. That's it. Other than that, pray that nobody gets injured while they're on vacation. That's about it. So we'll be picking up a lot of things that we've talked about, you know, over the summer already, probably a little bit more in depth. But hey, it's all about trying to get ready for training camp. So y'all come hang with us, and I appreciate it. Until then, on Monday, we appreciate y'all for hanging with me. This has been the one and only, yeah, buddy. Woo! The Big Time